typical trophy. I made a very scuff rice ball. It was more like a rice burrito with how I made that. Welcome back. Hello everybody. We're playing Paranormasight. Oh, God, I see. You weren't here. Anyway, we like went on a tangent. I had a stream and then I went and eat lunch. I made a rice ball. For context. Made a rice ball. But it was a rice burrito. Stay slow. Welcome back. I had a morning brief stream just doing art with a mild chat about how I am a fitting Hime-sama. Yeah. Ojo-sama. I think Alice said Ojo-sama. Is there a difference between an Ojo and a Hime-sama? I like Hime-sama a bit more. Hime? Not a master chef. No, it was bad. I only make spaghetti. Spaghetti is the only dish I have perfected. Rice ball though, that shit looked like a burrito. Like, it was bad. It was horrendous. Yeah. Let her cook, they say. VOD. That doesn't exist. VOD. No such VOD exists. Yeah. That's what I do. If it don't turn out the way I just improvised. Yeah, I wasn't making a onigiri. I was making a rice burrito. Yeah. What? Yeah. It was a Twitch only, but hey, welcome back everybody again. Hello. Wait. That was the old chat, my bad. God's right seat, Frost, Bull Rat. Yes, I have a thumbnail with the dark flesh eating look on my face. I'm gonna eat mermaid flesh. Wouldn't you want your Milady to gain immortality? Okay, technically I'm already kind of immortal. But you know, what's second immortality to me, right? No, you're just talking about how I am not immortal. So I'm like, you know, I think I'm more Hime-sama or Joa-sama vibes, you know? I like to be called Milady. You're Milady killing wife. Milady reaping life. But Hime-sama, it sounds good too. You are my knights after all. My rose knights. I don't really use that too much. One way to shorten it was I'm gonna call you Rosens, or I was gonna call you Knights. Also for my other character, my marionette one, I think I don't know if I even have a fan names for that one. I do love the design, you know. I do like it a lot. I think Pages sounds good though. Not like Nerds. Nerds I was just like having fun with it. But like as a name actual I think Pages work. Cause like you guys are knights, right? And Pages is like the bottom tier of before you become a knight. But then Pages, because you know, like page books. Cause she's from a book, you know, written on a piece of paper that I, Rosanette Mori, wrote. She doesn't have the same freedom I do though. Yeah. The Rosen Phantom does not have the same freedom I do, because I wrote her there. Yeah. A recent one? Yeah. The one with the mask, the Rosen Phantom. I don't know if I had the mask on her, but there's like a book under her. I think so. she doesn't have the same freedom, you know? What happens to her is whatever I wrote down for her, you know? In that sense, I am her antagonist in her story. Yeah. She's like a puppet. My puppet. As I wrote her there. You know? Like a puppet. And I did design her mask to somewhat be almost like a Pierrot mask. Or like, you guys know what Pierrot is? It's like a sad clown. Melancholy, heartbroken clown. I don't know if it's a clown, but like, are they technically a clown? Let me look up. A character. Yeah, it's like a sad, moonstruck clown. I like loosely based it off that. But like a puppet slash Pierrot vibes. Inside of a mansion that turns into an amusement park with a circus in it. Hashtag free. No! She's my work. I wrote her, okay? She doesn't have the same freedom my character does, the main character does. Because she's just writing on paper, you know? Made by someone who isn't as powerful as her own creator, named He, which you guys probably already forgot his name, but yeah. Just lore tidbits. But I was just talking about how I think I'm more Hime-sama. You're princess. I like Hime though. You're Milady. Milady. Rose and Knights, assemble! You guys like my title? Knights, onwards, we feast on mermaid flesh. Oh joy! That's messed up. No, it's my story. It's my work. As in, I'm talking about my character. And then there's the me who wrote the damn lore, but you know. Stronger? That's impossible. I'm not even a human. Rosinette Mari is not even, well, technically, but like in another word. But I don't like fish. Yeah, I don't either, but immortality, you know? Too bad. I mean, like, who said you're eating any frost? What? Did I say I was sharing? What was sharing part of it? I thought I said I was eating mermaid flesh. Your Milady Hime-sama has arrived to eat. Yeah. I'm eating it. Who the hell invited you to the feast? I'm the one who's gonna become immortal here. I mean, I'm already immortal, but immortal doubles times 2, you know. More couldn't hurt. Wait, we're gonna read. We're gonna read Paranormasight. In the last episode, we had flashback after flashback. Basically, like, we haven't really technically progressed the story. We went fishing and told our friend why we're here, and then it was just like a series of flashbacks after that. And we were gonna investigate this dude's skeletons. Who supposedly works for... I had no idea that this game was actually gonna be kind of loosely connected by lore info to the first game. Because the Paranormal Bureau is also in here, just like in the first game, so I was not aware that they were gonna be in this game too. Apparently this guy kinda works for them. Not officially, but he's like an assistant to another lady that actually works there. Yeah. I don't know if I like this guy though. He's kind of a nerd, you know? Date unknown. Yeah, this is the one that works for the Bureau, officially. Welcome, ma'am. I've been waiting for you. Like, when I hate that when he turns a side view, he's less of a nerd, but like, then he puts his face like, in the front, and it's like, nerd! The site where the bones were found is a little ways offshore from this beach. You went ahead and started the investigation, I see. Thanks for that. Not at all. You're clearing everything with local police meant all I had to do was arrive and inspect the remains myself. To get it straight to the point, there is no doubt. The signs of a curse are clearly evident. So apparently that lady, the mermaid, was a curse. The skeletal remains are tied to supernatural incident. Who seems to be that the body of that person works for the Bureau, who might possibly be the mother of the main character in the first episode. Alright then, let me hear the full report. Understood. This is Ijika in Toba City. The area is historic for divers. Oh, I know it well. It's also famous for the filming location of one of Japan's most well-known monster films, Godzilla? Is it? That's the only monster film I know. I wouldn't know about that myself, ma'am, but you seem unusually well-versed in that area. The old tokusatsu films are the best. You should watch some for yourself, Soto. As you wish, I'll look into it. I thought this was a fictional location. I'm not sure. Some of them are, like how the previous cities had like actual location names. I don't know. Toba City. It's probably. What if it's actually a real place? I wouldn't doubt it, because like in a previous game they had like real locations. Ijika Town. I wouldn't be surprised this is real. Or based on a real city. Let's see. There's a place called Ojika Island. Part of the Goto Islands in Nagasaki Prefecture. Ijika Town. Shima Peninsula. Apparently, there is also an Ijika area in Toba, Mie Prefecture. Okay, never mind. I think this is literally a real location. There is also an Ijika in the Toba, Mie Prefecture. This is literally this is it. This is the Toba city. In the Mie Toba City. No, I'm on the city itself. Ama Divers. Ijika. In Toba. I think it's based on a real location. Yeah, my divers. I'm a diving. Yep, that's a real thing. Ame, sea women are Japanese divers famous for collecting pearls. Though their main catch is seafood, the vast majority of ama are women. Interesting. The ama are expected to endure harsh conditions while diving. That's crazy! Such as freezing temperatures and great pressures from the depths of the sea. Though practice, many ama need to lose weight during the months of diving season. Ama practice a breathing technique in which divers would release air in a long whistle once they resurfaced. The whistling became a defining characteristic of ama, as this is unique to them. A whistle? Interesting. That's crazy! That's crazy though! What? For diving things? Yeah, but this was like to collect food. So when I hear diving, I think of just like people that just participate in like looking at fish. Diving. But these people dived for the purpose of getting food for their families, you know, and pearls to sell. Women began diving as ama as early as 12 to 13 years old. Though garments have changed, but before what they would wear were loincloths with sheer garbs. So that's kind of insane. So imagine diving, but it's not like a diving wetsuit. It's like a loincloth in cold, harsh weather conditions. That's crazy. That's nuts. No, but apparently the ama divers are mainly in Toba and Shima, which there's Toba City right there. That's crazy. I don't like eating fish though, but I'll eat mermaid for just this once. I want to be immortal ×2. But it looks like these ama divers in Japan, like actual Japan, took place in like Toba and Shima. So I guess it's like based on the real location. Ujika Town, leading up. It said the Hollow Center. It takes its name from Iji Kajima, leading to Yamato Hime no Mikoto, giving its current name. The area's coastline, particularly the beautiful site, notable for the filming locations of the monster film. Oopsies, let me Google this. Do you think it's Godzilla? That's literally the only like place. And not the only place, it's the only monster film I know. Tokyo Bay. Filming locations, Godzilla. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I mean, Japan has a lot of monster films, but that's the only one I can think of. The city in northern Shima Peninsula. The northern part of the city is on a plain directly facing Issei Bay, while the southern part is on more mountainous land, surrounded by hills having a long flourish as the town leading to the Torii Gate of Issei Shrine, as it stands particularly Shinto, although that's for the Issei Shrine. The land overlooking Issei's vast abundance of beautiful scenery, Mount Asama. 100 Japanese scenic spots in the Showa area. Okay. I have special vision. There's nothing new. intelligent, earnest young man, his mentor, my husband, has nothing but praise for his skills. So he has my complete... I don't trust him at all. I shouldn't rely on him too much, but he's so good at noticing the finer details. Yeah, because he's a nerd. To begin, shall we review the details of the case? Is that really necessary? Summarizing may help us notice something we missed. Not a day goes past I don't admire your nerd. My thanks, I'll strive to be brief. A few days ago, a fisherman off the coast here hauled up a long rod-like object. It resembled a human bone, so he notified the police. That was 10 days ago, so he fished up completely by chance. Following that, the police conducted an underwater investigation of the surrounding area. They discovered multiple skeletal remains in a fissure beneath the rocks. All the remains were already severely deteriorated, with each being several years to several decades old. Huh. As a result, forensics struggled to identify the victims. There were just too little to go on. Only fragments of the skulls remained, so facial reconstructions was apparently not possible. Hardly surprising in such a state. Still, with your ability, we hardly need facial reconstruction, do we? Indeed, I'll report my discovery shortly. He's like able to draw what the deceased will look like. Or this like he's like, is it forensics? Who's a dude that like in investigations they like come up with what they look like? He basically does that. You know, one possibility comes to mind. Will you humor me? Please go ahead. I wonder if the skeletal remains could be the victims of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster from 5 years ago. No? Really? Oh, darn it. Don't sound so defeated. Forensics confirmed 5 bodies in total. They said each had decomposed over different length of time. Enemy. So you mean that can't be the mob? No way. Oh, meaning they didn't all die at the same time? Correct. The most recent appears to date back 6 years. Hello, enemy. And others go back some 10 years ago. Before that, and another 10. Wait. Every 10 years? So roughly 1 body every 10 years? Imagine, any older remains may have simply decayed entirely. Which means someone's been using that fissure as a place to dump corpses for decades? That's crazy. Doing well. Hello, Xavier, as well. It's surrounded by rock, and with minimal currents in the area, it's unlikely they drifted there naturally. Had that bone not been fished up by chance, we'd never have known. In other words, it was an ideal site for quietly disposing of bodies. Yo, what? This was no accident. Someone did this. This slide. This slide is so cheesy. It's not an accident. Someone must have done this. Imagine, I imagine quite some resentment must have piled up over the years. Gifted subs off? Eh? I don't think so. On YouTube? Eh? I didn't know you could turn that off. I don't think so. I mean, I can send my 5 free now. I mean, but it's free though. Whee! Is it a mobile error? Let me check my own channel real quick. I didn't know that's a thing you can even turn off if you're like monetized. Oh my god. I hate it when I go on YouTube to look at my own stream and then I have to watch an ad on my own stream. Isn't that crazy? I think it's kind of ridiculous that if I watch my own videos, I have to watch an ad. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't think so. Maybe you can refresh Antenemy. I'm for sure didn't turn anything off. You're getting ad revenue from myself. Let me try using my... Let me go use a different YouTube browser real quick. Oh, Firefox. This one. If the chat would load. Oh, nice. Membership gifting. I can gift. Yeah, it has the gift button here. Super stickers. No one's using that. No wonder no one uses super stickers. These things are ugly as hell. Thanks! I got it to work! Thanks, Antenemy, for gifting a member to Rico XZ. I appreciate it. Thank you for gifting a member on YouTube. I'm looking at these super stickers. I've never seen anyone use this. Even in streams I've like watched live. Look at these stickers, kinda. The uggers. Uggers. Yeah, oh, iOS. Oh, does it work there? Maybe there's an update for the app or something. Perhaps. Okay, problem solved. Yeah, they're pretty ugly. Leaving such resentment to fester. Oh wait, sorry. Leaving could lead to curse manifesting. Efficient as always. My thanks. There's one more to point out, concern that they all have in common. Go on. Each body bore clean and precise cut, clearly severed. Severed? You're saying they were sliced straight through the bone? Exactly, each was sliced through the bone, all with a clean cut, as smoothly as the last. Forensics noted that the reproducing such uniform cuts would be extremely difficult, even for industrial equipment. Such precision would have been unachievable decades ago. One possible explanation. It is a master swordsman wielding a razor-sharp katana cleaved each of them in a single stroke. Yeah, that would explain. Would it? But what if this dude was eating them? You know how like my character eats hearts? Yeah. What if they're doing that? They're mimicking me. Which brings us to the possibility of a curse, I suppose. Correct. If the cuts were made by supernatural means, the rules change. And as it turns out, there were traces of a curse at each severed point. Yeah, oh, I was like, hold on, what the hell's going on? Damn! Thanks, Alice, for the for the 5 gifted memberships too on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, Alice, for gifting that 5. I appreciate it. Does it say? No, it just says gifts 5 sent 5 memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you, Alice. I'm gonna check something real quick. Where is my volume mixer? Not that. Oopsies. I'm just gonna check something real quick. Hey, never mind. I was messing with my makeup. Mari can't eat because she... No! I don't eat... but it's half fish, half human. You know? So it's not gonna be that bad. Plus, I get extra immortality on top of what I already have. You know? A cursed echo in armor. Wait, sorry, give me a second. I glimpsed a cursed echo that looked like a warrior. I'm gonna look up cursed echo again. It's been so long since I've remembered such a term. Wait, it's not even here. Yes, judging from the crest on its armor, and given our location, it appears to be the curse tied to Heike. Right, the Heike. The what? I forgot. I'm not sure. Haha. The Heike were a branch of the Taira clan, a warrior family who rose to power at the end of the Heian period. From their base of Ise province, they expanded their influence, reaching great heights under Taira no Kiyomori. But in their pride, they were defeated by the Genji, and is now known as the Genpei War. Rose to power at the end of the Heian. From their base, they expanded. But in their pride, Genji defeated them. Okay. Oh, I knew that. Totally. She totally knew that. The tale of Heike preserved just now prospers. Before they fell, many who lived through the downfall carried deep regrets. Their resentment is especially persistent. Many traces remain even today. Can be quite meddlesome. Indeed, you hear about it all over the place, I guess, even by expert standards. It's quite the problem. Does that make it better? Of course, you know? I already kinda eat human. Well, I ate their heart, but you know. Ooh, the Heike, abbreviated genealogy. The Taira, Tadamori, Kiyomori, Iomori. That's a lot of Mori names. The Heike are part of the Taira clan. Okay. which itself was Issei-based branch of the Taira clan. Prominent samurai family of the Heian period. Although the entire Issei Taira clan was greatly influential, Heike refers to particularly prosperous lineage. Taira no Tadamori and Taira no Kiyomori. Oh my gosh. Known for one of those prominent samurai families of the Heian period. Of what? I don't even know. What is that? Genealogy of the Holy War? I don't think I've heard of that. No, I'm just reading. None for the most prominent samurai families of the Heian period. However, following the Taira Masakado's uprising against the central government in 935 and its suppression at the hands of Taira no Tadamori, the latter's son Korahira moved to the Issei province, where he came to wield significant political power. Hold up, let me reread that. Uprise against the central government and its suppression at the hands of Taira's son Korahira moved to Issei, where he became significant political power. This was the start of what was known as the Issei Taira clan. Is that where it started from? Based in Kanto. 4 generations from Korahira, Taira no Masamori consolidated the family's influence in Issei. His successor, Tadamori, was granted permission to enter the imperial court in 1132. Oh, Fire Emblem. Yeah, I don't know every Fire Emblem. I know very few. As my first Fire Emblem was the 3DS Awakening. The distinguished military exploits of the Tadamori's son, Taira no Kiyomori. I'm not gonna remember this, but it's okay. We're gonna read it anyway. Daijo Daiji, the highest possible governmental rank, in 1132. Wait, did I read that wrong right? In 1167, I didn't read that right. In 1180, Kiyomori's daughter Noriko married the imperial family. Her son ascended the throne as emperor, enabling the Heike to consolidate their monopoly on political authority. A lot of people start. Yeah, I've got like normie. I have like normie gameplay when it comes to Fire Emblem, I guess. And I only really played Awakening. And then I touched 3 houses, but I wasn't really into it, so I didn't really continue. Such as their wealth and power that one member of the clan is said to have remarked all those who did not belong and were considered people of no position. Yikes. However, the golden age of the Taira did not last long. Their arrogant rule and dictatorial grasp on power led to many turning against the Taira clan. Strings of rebellion soon came to a head. Several prominent figures joining the force to overthrow them. In the midst of the resulting years of warfare, Kiyomori died of illness in 1181. Despite losing one of the key members, the Taira continued to struggle against their opponents, but to no avail. Was good. The recent one with the toothpaste hair was bad. Toothpaste? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the one with very bold colors, like red and blue hair or something like that. They were defeated. I do like Is his name the main character in 3 houses? Starts with B. Baloof? I don't know. I think he looks good. Yeah, I think he's hot. And typical, you know, I think Dimitri's got that hot unk about him. You know? That's all I remember. I just remember Dimitri and Baloof, whatever his name is, main character. You know, they were defeated. Many of its members, including Kiyomori's grandson, Emperor Antoku, who was still a child at the time, were lost beneath the waves, burdened with unfulfilled ambitions. So they died, and their bodies were lost in the water? Well, that's kind of suspicious, I guess. I don't know. Given, I mean, like, they're surrounded by water. I suppose that makes sense. It is said that Kusanagi no Tsurugi sword, one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan, what are the other 2? Regarded some ancient times as a symbol of imperial authority. Who was also lost to the sea that day? Everyone was lost to the sea that day. Diving women in Kanhai and after their defeat, the surviving members, now disgraced as fallen warriors, scattered across the country. Are they suggesting that it is one of the Tyra? Downgrade of classes. What's more, the katana the cursed echo carried was a blade. It may have been a famed blade, Nukemaru. Yes, a blade passed down through the Heike, once wielded by the Taira no Tadamori. I see. It would seem your love of swords has proved rather. What if this guy was a descendant of a Heike member? So what you're saying is that these skeletal remains were cut and killed by the power of Tadamori's curse? I can't say it was Tadamori, but I am confident there was a curse from someone within. At the very least, it offers an explanation for those mysterious perfect cuts. But the bodies being dumped every decade? Surely that can't be a curse too, can it? Correct, I imagine that part likely involves further investigation by someone else. So this wasn't an accident, but some spontaneous curse. There's a perpetrator out there. I like this line. I like it, so cheesy. Indeed, however, I can't imagine any psychic with power. Oh, it was Fate. That's the recent one? Oh no, wait. Is Fate the one with the sword? Not sword. Muso? Was that the Muso game? Didn't like Fire Emblem have a Muso game? Or something? I didn't even play 3 houses, so it didn't really make sense for me to watch anything related to their Muso game. Fates. Yeah, I don't know if I know it. I know that 3 houses had like a Muso game. But then again, so did Zelda. I don't know why they have Muso games. Yeah, I'm not a huge Muso player. My theory is that someone is using a curse stone. They're killing through its curse, then discarding the bodies. A cursed stone? Think of it as a talisman that lets those without spirit sense use the power of curses. They are created when intense resentment fuses. It's like the finger, kinda, maybe. It's like the finger in Jujutsu Kaisen. JJK mentioned what times 1. That sounds dangerously convenient. I'll think 3 hopes. What the hell is Fates? Fire Emblem. Fate. Oh, that's the 3D. Oh, that's the one I didn't look into that. The 3DS one. Is that 3DS? No wait, I'm looking at Birthright. What the hell is Fates? Oh no, wait. Released in 3 versions. Birthright, Conquest, and Revelation. What the hell? Why you got 3 games? I did hear about Birthright though. Interesting. I did not play that. I played Awakening. I got like in Awakening, I didn't like beat it, but I got like far enough where I got like where the characters had babies and stuff. Yeah. There are a few incidents. Cursed stones in Tokyo. Actually, didn't you hear? Finish? Yeah, good luck. Isn't that like a really long game? It's such a long game. Now that you mention it, it somewhat rings a bell. Thank you for the reminder. A type of tool that allows people to, even without any spirit sense, to wield curses. It's like a cursed tool from Jujutsu Kaisen. JK mentioned ×2! As a tool meets the above criteria, items of any shape or size may be referred to as cursed stones. Oh. Okay. Let me guess, you shut up! Yeah, I married Krom. He's hot. Okay, my other option I wanted was to marry, what's his name? Lao Bu? I forgot. It was like, he had like 2 first names. It's like, starts with an L or something. Yeah, basic, I know, but he's hot. Voiced by, was it Mercer? Was it Matthew Mercer who voiced him? Yeah. The other choice was, okay, so, and then I had, my third one was like, I think he might have been a merchant. I don't even look it up. Hold up. It was a dude. Fire Emblem Awakening. Playable character. Playable male characters. The thing is, I don't know, Awakening, I like that I could, like, change my character's looks. In, like, 3 houses, there's no real options, you know? You're just stuck with how they look. I didn't really like that. So, I liked Krom, right? And then I'm looking for him. Longku. Yeah, Longku. And then, am I thinking of the correct game, I wonder? That's just for guys. I think I also liked, kinda. Is it Gaius? Gaia? What's his name? Gaius? But yeah, I like Lonku. As for girls, though, if I was a guy, I like Tarja. Did I pronounce her name since so long? It's like I like Now and Tarja. Yeah. Oh, it was Henry! It was my bad. It wasn't Gaius. It was Henry. I didn't even see him. It was Henry! Not Gaius. It was Henry. The hairstyle looks similar. They have like similar hairstyle. It was Henry. He was like my third choice. It was Henry. The thing is, he's like an assassin. He's like an assassin, wasn't he? Something like that. I like Henry with the crow. Yeah. As for female, if I was a guy, I would have like married. I would have gone for like Now. I thought she was cute, and then Tarja, but she's like goth vibes. But like, yeah, he was a dark mage. Dark mage, not an assassin. But he just had the vibes of a killer, okay? Maybe it's just a dark mage thing, okay? Maybe it's just a dark mage. You know, if I was an RPG character, I'd probably be a dark mage. Other than an assassin. Is assassin an RPG? Maybe. I would be an assassin. Except, like, I'm not really one for hiding. You know? I'm one for just straight up bashing you in the head and then killing you. I'm not a ninja. I'm not really a ninja. But you're not a guy? No! But yeah, those are my three. I have not touched this game forever. It's been so long. I didn't even beat this game, actually. I didn't beat this game on my 3DS. Cause like, last I played it, I think I was kind of suffering. And so, you know what I started doing? I started fighting people on the streets! You know how 3DS, you have the street, what is it, the pass? Street pass? Was it? I don't know, it's called Street Pass. You know how you start fighting people? I would just, like, do that. There'd be randos or something. Not a lot. There weren't a lot that I would find, but I would find them. You know? What is it called? I forgot. It was like the not online. It was like if you walk past someone, they'll like appear on your map. I was bad at it though. But I would try and fight it, and then like it didn't last very long. Cause I was kind of weak. Yeah, I don't think I did a great job at the game. I couldn't like progress because I was like really bad. I was bad, okay? Like, I progressed, like, to the point where they had babies and stuff. But I think a little bit past that, I think I was suffering. And so I wanted to grind or something like that and fight, like, strangers. and then, like, yeah, I think that's, like, where I left off. I think I would just fight randos and side fighting things. I stopped doing the main story. Did you? Yeah, some characters, not all of them, but some, not all of them, some. But see, I was too busy trying to get romances to go up. I was too busy making sure they were like, my characters were just like right next to each other. Yeah. But like, instead of like focusing on the fights, I will like focus on like who was next to who. making sure like within distance of each other, so they have like the little heart thing that would pop up. Yeah, it's too busy on like the romance aspect of the game. Yeah, and I think yeah, I haven't touched this in forever, but that was like my first Fire Emblem game. Oh my god, who is this? I'm getting derailed, but this lady has a very sexy pose. 3 houses, pan. Wow. I did not play that. Okay, moving on. Many curse stones have conditions that must be fulfilled, often based on spiritual power. So basically it's a weapon, but there's like conditions you need to fulfill to use it. Okay, I vaguely remember it now. In short, whoever's behind this is a normal human, I suppose. Possesses a stone imbued with Heike's curse. Maxed out. The thing with Awakening is that, like, I don't know why, but I would, like, replay the game. Even though I never beat it, I would, like, replay it for some reason. I had, like, a mild, like, addiction. I had, like, a mild addiction to it, kinda. Cause there's, like, you know how, like, some people nowadays, when they're, like, bored, they go on Twitter and they scroll. Me, it was Awakening. It was like, I'm bored. I'm gonna do a random map. I'm gonna do a random map, never progress. Awakening. That was me, but then I would take a break and then I'd be like, what was I doing? Oh, time to replay the game. Even though I never beat it. I didn't beat the game. But yeah, when I was like bored, I would just open that game and like play a map or something. Yeah, that was me. But I don't think I was playing it in any hard difficulty or anything. I was just like, I'm a casual. You know, I'm a casual. I mean, like, that's still a fact to this day. I'm a casual. That aligns with Ette. But I do like I was able to change my character's looks. Like, in the Awakening. I didn't like that I can't really do that with the newer titles. Me, I don't know. It's just me. I like character customization. You have more things to say about this? What? And we're not done talking about this? He just plays for fan service. Yeah, so for one route, I went for like Crom, and then for another, I went for Longku, and then I think I tried to go for Henry, but I don't think I was successful in that. Because before I like stopped playing entirely. Yeah. Yes, I did. It only worked for the most recent body though. One from 6 years ago. Wait, what? By viewing parts of the remains, I was able to reconstruct a portrait sketch of how he looked like when he was alive. Here's a copy. I provided it to the police. He used it? Yes, it worked on the most recent body. When from 6 years ago? When he was alive. So this was 6 years ago? I don't think this is like related to whatever the main character went through in the boat. That was 5 years ago. Does he look similar to anyone we know yet? Then again, it was 6 years ago. What if that was a woman? No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. That photo isn't very good. Not that's not good. Good? It's I don't know anyone that looks like that yet. Have you seen the script? Well, I watched like a bunch of the marriage, not marriage, but I did watch like a bunch of like the dates, I guess you could say, like the little scripts for dates and stuff. Well, not scripts, but they were like, you got scripts for it? Damn. I mean, to some extent, it's like fan service, you know? You go on dates and things. Here is a copy I've already provided to the police. There are times when the vision just doesn't come through. It's far from infallible. Besides, there are those who could simply speak directly with the victim's spirit and ask who did it. Even so, none of these methods would hold up as admissible evidence in court. But as lead in our investigation, it's more than enough excellent work. Custom scripts? What? Oh my god, have you guys heard of, unrelated, but, yeah, I remember last time I talked about it, I guess, about, AO3 Archive of Our Own and like the fanfiction site. It went down yesterday, and then everyone was like, everyone's filling the site with Leon. Leon and Leon fanfic. So I'm like, what the hell? And I went on the site and it really was down. I'm like, coincidence probably. I don't know if you guys have seen. I am not even there yet. All I've been seeing on Twitter is Leon and how his shirt is his shirt. If it's not about Pom Bomb and Brout, it's about Leon and his shirt. That shirt about to pop off. And also, I'm gonna be playing Requiem later tonight. But yes, like AO3 Archive of Our Own, the fanfiction site, literally went down. Like, as in for maintenance. And then everyone was like, everyone's writing too much spicy fanfics. I'm like, yo, it's actually down. It's hilarious. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Do you guys fangirl, fanboy over Leon? I mean, he's okay, I guess. And he's okay. You know, he has like uncle vibes about him. He's okay. I mean, I don't hate the guy. But yeah, and that's funny. Everyone's freaking out about his shirt. He's extremely buff guy. I guess he needs a unique shirt. I don't know. He's old. Yeah, he's old, and everyone's fangirling over old Leon. You know? What's his GameCube personality? Does he have a personality? See, the way I see him is like how I see Cloud. You know, well, Cloud isn't buff like that, but that's just how I see him. The way I think of Cloud is like the same way I view Leon. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really speak on his personality. I've literally only played Resident Evil 4. The collab multiplayer Resident Evil. I did play Resident Evil 2, but I didn't really like it that much. But I don't know. He just seems... He's like Cloud to me. Then again, I'm not a Resident Evil fangirl, so yeah. I think the game is fun, you know? I'm gonna play it tonight. But I don't really play as a fan, I just play because I'm enjoying it. And also it's got third person, and it doesn't give me motion sickness. So, in third person mode, I mean. So that's good. The last Resident Evil game I played with Benio gave me motion sickness, so we stopped playing it. Because it was kind of bad. Like, the angles and the camera movement was not good. Neon was less funny and less smart. ass. Oh, is he a smartass? I didn't notice. Darn, would have made things much easier. That Detective Ide is continuing the investigation. The detective with the local police, I've heard he's good. Let's hope he proves it. I think Leon, I don't know. How old is he? I have no idea. I mean, at least he's still alive, I suppose. Yeah. Oh my god. And I saw was something, like, people freaking out. Like, yeah, I've just been seeing, like, spoilers. Not really spoilers, but, like, it's not exactly story spoilers. It's something about who he's marrying. I'm like, what? Marry? This man getting married? Like, okay, I'm not even seeing story spoilers for the game. All I'm seeing is a thirst post of Leon. It's not his shirt. It's apparently his ring or something. Got married. I don't know. That's all I'm seeing. If it's not like, what's the name? The girls I'm playing as. People like complaining about her. I mean, I get it. Like, this, okay. Like, her gameplay is about Leon, his shirt, or is Leon, is he married? I mean, at least I'm not getting story spoilers, I suppose. I don't really consider that story spoiler. But yeah, just thirst post. Is it a thirst post or complaints of the girl? The girls, like, play. Which is, I guess, the horror aspect of the game. I'm just pissed off she dropped the weapon, but you know. And she made so much noise. Girl be dropping everything on the ground. Yeah. I mean, it's probably a very normal take. I think everyone's just pissed about it. Back in my day, we used to talk about the zombies too. Now these kids be talking about the man's t-shirt and sexy appeal. Why I oughta Borat. Leon is sexy. What are you thirsting too again? How long did it take you to beat? I only played an hour of it, so not my not my Resident Evil. Leon is sexy. Leon is what? Man is thick. Like his shirt about to pop off. I don't know. I don't know. He's okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not like thirsty for Leon like that. I think I liked how he looked in like 4. Was it 4 that I played as him? I think I liked him in 4. But I didn't really like the camera angles in 4. 4 gave me kind of motion sickness too, so I stopped playing it too. Yeah. I don't know. Resident Evil. Like, so far from first hour, when I switched to third person, it was okay. For Requiem. But like 4 kind of gave me motion sickness, so I stopped playing that. Yeah, Remake 4 is the one I played. But I didn't really get into it. Because motion sickness. I'm more in for the gameplay, I suppose. Cause like, I'm not like Resident Evil like fangirl. So I don't really know the plot that deeply. All I know is there's a virus. Came from Africa, I guess. Zombies everywhere. Leon's a cop. Shoots things. There's characters. Also Ada is hot. The end. Yeah. I didn't play anything older than Resident Evil 2 on the Steam. I feel like that might have been a remake. Was that even a remake I played? Resident Evil 2? Was Resident Evil 2 remake, or that's what it was? I also misled you. This game is super story. It might not feel the same way because you haven't played the others. I mean, I'm playing for the fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll see when I hate you after I play it, but you know. I played it's just called Resident Evil 2. That came out in 2019. I played that. But I didn't get past the police station or something. Because the dude that stomps around a lot pissed me off. Like, I was always lost, okay? And I couldn't do anything because by the time I figured out where to go, this guy would start chasing me and then I would get lost again, just trying to outrun this guy. And then I'm like, where am I now? How will I get there? Opens map. I mean, 5 seconds. Yeah, so I stopped playing it. I'm like, whatever. My entire gameplay of that was me opening up the map. Because I was always lost. I got lost. Every second. Yeah, Mr. X. That guy. His footsteps were really loud. And then, I was always lost. I didn't know where the heck I was going. And I opened up the map, like, every 5 seconds. It was pretty bad now. Yeah, I'm like useless without a mini-map. But yeah, I like mini maps, obviously. But even sometimes, even with a mini map, I get lost. I didn't play any original ones. I just know like of the scripts of the old Resident Evil because they were like cheesy as hell. I know about that aspect. That's the only thing I knew about Resident Evil was the scripts from, like, I guess the first game. I didn't play that one, though. Like, I just know of, like, the horrible scripts. The horrible, like, dialogue was funny. The dialogue was funny. But that's all I know. I never played, like, original. Resident Evil? Is that even on Steam? Oh, it is. HD remaster, it says, though. Is it scary? I'll put it on, I'll look at it later. I've never played that. I, like, played, like, random numbers of the games. I played 4, 7, I guess was it 5 and 6 a little bit. I watched Village, so I wouldn't count that as playing. Village? Oh yeah, like I was Steam library. I always forget. I played 5, 6, 7, 2. Yes, I played 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then whatever this one is. Resident Evil 9. As for Village, I just watched all of that on YouTube, and people on Twitch stream it, because there's a lot of them, a lot of people stream that game, so I just watched it. I just watched that, and so I didn't play it. But I know they added like a third-person mode, like way after Village came out, but I was like, I already seen this game, so I didn't bother. X gonna give it to you. Yeah, he did. I rage quit. I watched all the Resident Evils after playing 6. Oh. I watched people play Resident Evil 2. Like, after I gave up, I just watched videos like about what happens. I like saw people like speedrun. What I watched was like speedruns of Resident Evil 2 and stuff. Yeah, that's what I watched. Speedruns. Victim identity unclear. The victim is male. Each body is thought disposed at different times. 6 years ago. The other remains show signs of gradual aging. Dating back 30 years. That's a lot of bodies. Clean cut. But doesn't tell you where. It doesn't tell you where the clean cut was made. My god, how many more am I gonna talk about this? Maybe you should show it to some of the locals. Didn't play them. Did you want the tank control originals too? Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean tank controls? Someone might I don't know if I played it with that. I just played Resident Evil 2 and whatever that controls had. Resident Evil 2 didn't give me motion sickness though. But for Resident Evil 2, I don't recall it giving me motion sickness. It's just that a lot of the games after Resident Evil 2 did give me motion sickness. The only thing about Resident Evil 2 that pissed me off was I was lost. It was a straight out skill issue. I was lost. Mr. X pissed me off. I didn't know what I was doing. I was lost every 5 seconds. And so I stopped playing. Oh, watch. I didn't watch Resident Evil 1, no. I only watched, like, the dialogue clips that people would have on YouTube. I watched those, but not, like, the actual gameplay. I would, like, watch, like, I think some dialogue when you're, like, going up or down stairs. I don't remember. But it was pretty funny dialogue. I didn't, like, watch a video on, like, I don't really know the story at all, like as a, like, a sequence of events. As my Resident Evil, gaming or watching is, like, completely random. So, I did, like, watch a Resident Evil movie, you know? Like, I get the gist, but not that as much as you guys would. I'm very vague. It's, like, vague, loose information that I have about the plot. Honestly, I'd rather not deal with it. There you go again. Are you sure that's something you should be seeing out loud? It's been a while, so it's possible. Maybe people say not to watch. I watched a recent one. There was, like, a recent Resident Evil movie. I think like 2 years ago. Well, that's recent, right? I forgot. It was like a Resident Evil. Wasn't there a Resident Evil movie? I think so. I think it was recent. As in like a year or 2 ago. Resident Evil. I don't know. I don't think it's that. Wasn't there like a movie? 2026? 2021? Welcome to I don't know if it was that one. It does not even sound familiar. I don't know if it was a live action though. Was it animated? Oh, it was Dead Island. From 2023. I watched Resident Evil Dead Island. Yeah, that one. I think so. And remember there was an island there. Yeah, it was an animated movie. I think I saw one. I didn't watch the live action. It was animated. It was the animated Resident Evil. It wasn't like live action. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that one. But not the live actions. I don't know if I want to watch that. Yeah, I watched it on Discord. I could have sworn Binio was there. I could have sworn Binio. I think Binio was the one that had the movie. I think so. Something like that. It was like a couple years ago. Oh, what? Finally, now we can talk about the sea. You can see, you can see the sea, here all the way from Kamishima. I'm checking. Oh god, that Wadu was so cheesy. Wadu. Hello, Maya. It's a visual novel called Paranormasight, from Square Enix. It's like the second game in their Paranormasight line, which involves supernatural stuff. Do you see anything out there, Soto? Yes, I do. The waters south of Kamishima are saturated with powerful presence of the curse of the raging waves. Is it because of the Heike people that died in there? I can sense it from this distance. That's how strong it is. That was so cheesy. Yeah, I was saying that some of the lines here are cheesy as heck. Is that so? Looking out to sea, I can't see a thing. Looking at the sea, I can't see a thing. You can simplify that, you know. Just say you can't see anything. You know, it's obvious. But I was talking about the movie. Oh, you meant the movie? I meant the lines, because the lines are kind of cheesy. Next. A movie, I don't remember it. It was okay. I mean, I don't think I hated it. It wasn't like the animated movie. That's the only one. That's the only Resident Evil movie I watched, which was like the animated film from 2023. Even during the disaster 5 years ago, the energy was never this overwhelming. The seal has broken. There's no doubt about that. So it's already broken. That isn't good. The sea still seems calm, though. Does the storm not break out immediately? Yes, something seems to be holding it back for now. Oh, there's a silver lining at least. It was Venio, yeah. It seems stable for the moment. We probably have 2 or 3 days of safety. Then we've got a bit of breathing room. Perhaps there's still something we can do. Cool. The curse of the raging waves. An outbreak. So it's like a tsunami, I guess. Some believe that several disasters that have struck Kamishima in the past was actually caused by this curse in some manner. The person accused of bringing the curse to Kamishima was the curse bearer, shunned by the island's inhabitants. State of the sea. I hope we can do something about the curse of the raging waves while it's being held back. Yes, but despite all the efforts, we still haven't found a way to lift the curse. We might have quite a struggle ahead of us. That's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? Thank you for the follow, Pochachus. Pochachus. And we have no idea where your ancestors' keepsake is either. Ancestor? I apologize on behalf of my family. Wait! Oh, the Kiryu family. A shrine dedicated to a certain Onmyoji. This Onmyoji is an ancestor of the Kiryu family. Okay. Oh, man, behind you. Yo, I'm not looking behind me. He's gonna bash my head in. I've fallen for this before. Man, yo, he's gonna bash my head in. With this. I did that in the first game. And then I died. He's gonna push me off the water. In the shallow water. Is a cop behind me? If I get killed... Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, fine. You're telling the truth. Fine. Who's that? Someone in town passing by? Her hair color is different. But then again, that was 5 years ago. Who are you? Hey! She bolted! Soto, after her. On it. Hey, stop! Let me go. I didn't do nothing wrong. Eh? I didn't do nothing wrong. The way she speaks. Maybe she doesn't belong here, I don't know. Or maybe that's how they speak here. You guys can't even see her face. Oh well, it's unimportant. I've apprehended the suspect. Good work. Sorry for the rough handling. Mind helping us out a bit? Yo! Huh. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why'd you run? What? Don't get smart with me. You're the suspicious one sneaking around, poking into things. Eh? You think folks won't be wary of the shady type? Yo, I don't know. She looks like she's a mess. Like you want a shady type, like you wandering through town. I see. Sorry if we gave you a scare. We're with the police. Nothing shady here. You're with the police? Seriously? You heard about the skeletal remains found nearby? Yes, that's what we're looking into. You don't look like police. You say, do you live around here? There's something I'd like you to take a quick look at. Huh? Do you recognize this face? We believe he may have been around here 60 years ago. Huh? Nope. Don't know him. Eh? I see. I bet she knows him. Then could you point us in the direction of someone who might know people coming and going in town? No idea. Ask whoever you want. Nah, she's lying. I go now. I have nothing to do with this. Don't know a thing. Alright. She lied. She lying. What a peculiar woman. It was like her mind was somewhere else entirely. Well, either way, we should talk to some more people in town. I'll agree. Could you ask around and find out who that woman is? Of course. Several hours later. Ma'am, I've learned a few things. Excellent, let's hear it. Ooh, a sticker. Nice. You found a mockingbird. I showed the sketch of the victim to several townsfolk. However, it would seem no one here recognized him at all. Unfortunate. I guess we'll have to place our hopes on the detective Ette then. You don't suppose we might be working with a bad sketch, do you? You need worry, I'm confident in the likeness. it should be a near perfect match. Yeah, sorry for doubting you. I also asked around about the woman we encountered. Apparently she isn't from this town. Oh, just like the dude's mom. Apparently she wandered into town 5 years ago. What? Except that girl that wandered here was not from 5 years ago. Wait. Nah. Nah. She's been living alone in it. Wait. 5 years ago, the dude's mother disappeared. Or in the ocean. That was 5 years ago. And no one's seen her since. They presumed her dead. And she was never from this town. Island. I don't think she looks like her though. Okay, kinda. But if that's her, right? Her hair color is different. But this was from like 5 years ago. But she looks way younger than whoever that mysterious woman was. Hey, Vindicator! She's been living alone in a cheap rental apartment in the outskirts of town. When she first arrived, she had nothing but an old wooden box she was clutching as if it was very dear to her. Nothing but an old wooden box? Supposedly, she used to work as an ama diver. What? The dude's mother was also an amazing ama diver. Around, actually, when she first moved here, she'd occasionally go diving for fish. But these days, she keeps herself, and no one ever sees her diving anymore. No one really knows how she supports herself. Many islanders find her unsettling. Yeah, ama divers are like woman divers that like catch fish and stuff. But like the main character, not like you don't see him here, but like the main character at the very beginning, his mother was from out of town, who was also an ama diver. But then a bad like boat thing happened, and she's gone missing. Supposedly dead. Yeah. So we haven't seen the main character's mother since 5 years ago. And this woman here came here 5 years ago, who is apparently an ama diver. She also has long hair, split into 2 parts. She's a mermaid. Perhaps she fled and moved her life here. That was suggested, but she never spoke about her past, so no one knows for sure. Although according to her landlord, she's never been late on rent. And she's never caused any problems. Still, it seems odd she gets so worked up about strangers coming to town. Doesn't seem like she's in any position to be worrying about that. You think she's hiding something? Oh, definitely. It's possible her attitude changed the moment we said we were with the police. Perhaps she's keeping watch over the coast where the bodies were dumped, waiting to see if someone showed up. Right, I mean the most recent body from 6 years ago, and she arrived 5 years back. The timing is suspicious when you look at it like that. You'd best keep an eye on her. Agreed. Were you able to get her name? Her last name is Somekawa? Bro. You mean Mare Sumiko? Yo! That's literally her last... That's her sister. But we managed to get her last name. I didn't get her first name. Do you think that's her twin sis? Nah. Somekawa. Huh. That does sound... Well, there's a Somekawa that used to work at the bureau. You've heard it before. I think so. Can't remember where. But I am a woman who cast off her past, so I guess I shouldn't let it bother me. Not this again. I think they suggested that there's someone named Somikawa that used to work with the bureau. Time-consuming background checks to Detective Ette. Very well, I'll inform him. A wooden box. Interesting. So this means the woman might have been marking us since we got here. It's possible. I apologize for not noticing earlier. Even a moment's lapse can expose one to a curse. I was careless. I won't let it happen again. You can be cursed that easily? That's terrifying. What a world we live in. That concludes all the information I've gathered. That helps, thanks. Shall I summarize our next steps? Yeah. Regarding our main objective and the so-called curse of the raging waves, without knowing how to lift it, there's not much we can do right now. I don't suppose there's a chance you'd be able to break the curse using brute force. You're quite good at that. It's certainly an option if the worst comes to worst, but I can't say I have high hopes it would work. I guess it would be more realistic to find some clues about the whereabouts of your ancestors' keepsake in mine. Indeed, it is said an item may hold the key to lifting the curse of the raging waves. But even the location of the map pointing to that keepsake has unfortunately been lost to time. Although the map was said to be hidden inside a model of a mermaid mummy, one rumor says it was sold overseas during the... What if she's holding onto the map inside that box? That doesn't sound promising. Even if we can't find it, if we're back to trying to break the curse with brute force, even to consider that route, we need much more intel from the island. Which is why we need to head to Kamishima. And at the very least, advise the locals to evacuate. Yes, hopefully someone of influence. This girl looks like she's got bruises on her neck. Hopefully someone of influence there will believe us about the curse. Regarding the skeleton, until we can identify the victim from the scatter of no other leads to move forward, I believe it's best left in Detective Ette's hands. Agreed. And I think the same goes to the Somikawa woman earlier. We'll have Detective Ette look into her. It's nice to have someone we can rely on. Agreed on that end, too. In other words, we can safely leave the scout in case for him for now. Yes, though we should remain vigilant regarding the cursed stones. Huh? Something wrong? No, it's just one of the islanders I spoke with seems to be calling me. It's an old man. But a cane. Something may have happened. Man, what is it? That person called me to share a few pieces of information. They were told to keep it secret, but opened up since we're with the police. Go on. Earlier this morning, by the shore, apparently they found something that resembled the corpse of a mermaid. A mermaid? Really? That same person reported it to the local authority. and was immediately ordered to tell no one, not even the what? The same person reported to local authority. Why wouldn't you tell the cops? You're kidding me. The local authority then contacted an unknown individual. Soon after, someone came and secretly retrieved the mermaid corpse. My food! That couldn't be more suspicious, could it? Exactly, they were uneasy, which is why they confided in me. What shall we do? Did they describe what the mermaid looked like? Yes, they said from head to shoulders it was human. Below that, it was entirely fish, so it's not classic mermaid from... So it was not the classic mermaid from fairy tales, I would say. It was human, but below was entirely fish. Only the head was human. Oh, that's an ugly sight. They said it was completely dried out, almost mummified. The face was unrecognizable. But they thought it resembled a local ama diver named Tamiko Suma. Do we know that yet? Nope. What? Apparently, she went out diving alone this morning and hasn't returned. That's likely what worried the witness the most. That's troubling. That's what we needed, more things to deal with. First, let's deal with the mermaid story. Date unknown afternoon. Hello, old man. Mr. Yamashina, thank you for agreeing to meet us on such short notice. I understand you're a busy man. It's not like I have much choice, and it's some bigwig from the prefectural police badgering me to do so. Hi, Nekotera! Thank you for the raid, and Binio as well. Those bros rising from the mud pit. Hi! How's your stream? I hope you guys had fun. Did you beat Reanimal? Welcome in, Raiders. Tis I. Your lady, Hime-sama. Killing wife. Reading, cause you can't read. Paranormasight too. Hi everybody, hello Liz. Did you beat it? Hope you guys had fun with video and Kara's collab today. If you need to raid and run, you know I will hunt you down. Reanimal was fun. Did you like it? Was it what you expected or not expected? You beat it, right? Or not yet? Where's the prison? Yeah, yes, I think someone stole it. But guys, see you later, Nekotera. He beat it. Oh, nice. I wasn't really there. Eh? Like, as in, like, you glitched out too? Or are you feeling better? Cause I know you were sick last time. But get some good rest, Tara. Get some food. Treat yourself. But yeah, I didn't really expect. There was a lot of PTSD that happened in the late game. I liked it. It was fun. It wasn't a very complicated game, but I hope you guys like enjoyed it, had fun, you know. If you guys need to raid and run, go ahead. I'll hunt you later. Yeah. I watched like lines that were cut from the game. And you don't know this, I guess, because you guys probably weren't there when I was streaming it. But that was one character I liked. Like, out of all the kids, I like the dude with the mask over their face. Apparently, it's like another secret ending if you found things. You couldn't spot. Oh dang, that sucks. I didn't. I thought no. I hated the kid with the bucket. The bucket head kid. Dude was useless. The guy with a cone on his head. I hated the guy with the bucket head. Useless. But the dude that had like the mask on his like they all have masks. The dude with the bandages. I told him that he can run and save himself, but the dude that held the door open for us, the dude with the mask, I liked him. And then I watched the lines that cut from the game, and I'm like, yeah, I still like him. I saw a video of lines that got cut from the game, and apparently there were coffins you could have found in the game. I was so busy speedrunning the game that I didn't really find them. Yeah, I was trying to finish it before the Monday hit. But there are coffins you could find for secret stuff, and which goes to secret ending, which adds like an extra 2 second of frames for something. Yeah, and then I went into the files of Reanimal, and there were these videos that I'd never. I guess I don't know. I don't know if I saw them in the game, but there were these movies with with the bunnies and stuff. I watched that. But I didn't really pay too much attention to because some of the clips go by really fast. But I went to my game folder and I watched there were these video files that you could look at. Yeah, like if you go on your Steam ass, and thank you, Wee Biscuit. Hi. Yeah, so it probably doesn't make much sense, but kinda. And then I watched some theory videos and I'm like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. I see. So yeah. After I beat it, I spent a bit just looking at stuff. But yeah. Hope you guys had fun. I can't wait for the next installment of the DLC to come out, I guess. But that's later this year. Yeah, welcome in. I'm just reading Paranormasight. Which is paranormal events. Currently there's a curse of the mermaid, and apparently there's a mermaid. If you eat its flesh, you become immortal. And stuff. Yeah. Yamashina. And hi, Golden Cream. Here, I thought you were just some housemaid. You're from the police and that get up. Hey, it's called, I'm a housewife, apparently. Hi, Golden Cream. Well, I am primarily a housewife by trade. But that's hardly important right now. You're also known as Unkakudono. Rumors, hey? What a name! Unkakudono. What an odd sounding name. Hello, Sub-Zero! Hi! Open updates. Tycoon! 70 years! Oh my god! A wealthy tycoon. Unmarried. Born in the Taisho period, his family first came to business in Ette, traveling from town to town selling talismans, miscanthus reed hoops, and other items to ward off evil spirits. During the Meiji period, the business expanded into a trading company. Born to the heir of the Yamashina family business and the daughter of a noble family, Yoshiatsu grew into an affluent environment, where he received thorough education tailored to gifted children. Following the end of the war, Yoshiatsu inherited the company assets in his 30s. but was quick to sell off shares he owned. Made him wealthy. After amassing fortune, he showed a keen interest in investing ambitious young people, mentoring those he took a particular liking to. This approach led to a successful businessman, including Shinobu Wakamura. Those who received Yamashima's support view him with both gratitude and a sense of reverence. Unkaku as a title. Yamashima has always shown strong attachment to wealth. Even goes as far as to partake in illicit activities such as illegal donations, oh my god, inside trading, media control. Wow. In the shadow of many success stories enabled by his support, many more of his beneficiaries have fallen to bankruptcy or even arrested, fueling endless unsavory rumors about him. To this day, Yamashima himself seems unconcerned. Even as lifelong bachelor, he has surrounded himself with many followers. Interesting. A few years ago, he began to seriously consider a Shiva successor. Yo, he's too old! Driven by his determination that his beloved fortune should never fall into the hands of someone untrustworthy. Perhaps for this reason, he began to develop a keen fascination with immortality. Around the same time, and said to be secretly investing vast amounts of money to research this. What the hell? Yeah, so he had been doing research on immortality, so how's that working out? Yeah, so what if I am? Well, I wouldn't have expected you to be such a dreamer. Does make you a bit more relatable. You can laugh all you want. What's it got to do with the police, anyway? It seems on this particular occasion, it has quite a bit to do with the police, unfortunately. You don't say. Gardens in Yamashita city-state. Image to maintain. Okay, I finished like talking to this guy. Whoa. I'm probably on stream because I got another stream later tonight. Nice house. I'll get straight to the point. I believe you took a mermaid corpse into your possession this morning. What? What? The corpse is linked to an ongoing case. We came here to ask you to release it into police custody. Are we accusing this guy? No idea what you're on about. Do we have proof? Of course, you'll get something in return. We have information you'll find quite profitable. Like I said, I have no idea what you're on about. If that's all you came here for, then scram. Oh, pity. I really thought you'd be interested in what we had to share. Assuming you really are interested in immortality. Huh? Well, I suppose we barely know each other. It's only natural you'd be wary of our intentions. What do you say? If I was him, I would agree, and then reveal I didn't even have the body. Imagine me like, what body? Oh yeah, totally. I got that body. Got a mermaid. And then reveal like, yeah, go ahead, search the entire mansion. It's like, no mermaid here. I just want free information. And then be like, your fault for accusing me in the first place. What do you think? That a good idea? But he probably has it. Do you think this is a face of a man who stole a mermaid body off the beach or whatever? I hear you've been putting quite a bit of effort into training a young generation recently. What's your take on today's youth? Oh my god, this question. This is like a question. Like, if you're wandering around downtown streets or something and you're like, hello there, ma'am. What is your take on, today's youth and fancy in TikTok? I don't know. Useless. A lot of them. Bunch of pushovers. And have let all this new generation tripe go to their heads. We're the ones who built this country back after the war, but they're out here strutting like they own the place. Far too big for their britches. What is a britches? My, what a scathing review. Would a resident member of the new generation like to comment at all? Please don't call me that. Pants? Ah. I hear you've been searching for a successor. Though given your current strong opinions on the matter, I take it you're struggling. Though I can see why that could lead to desire for immortality. After all, there's no need to cede your legacy to someone else if you can remain at the reins yourself. That might have been true when I started my research. Oh, I take it that isn't the case now? I'm no spring chicken, though the thought of living for hundreds of years like this ain't exactly appealing, and yeah, he's old. There's too much point in immortality if I'm already long past my prime. Well, that certainly is different from the rumors. My apologies for jumping to conclusions. You have my wholehearted agreement that immortality doesn't necessarily bring happiness, though. Let me clear up one more thing while we're at it. I've already decided on my successor. Oh? Turned out the perfect candidate was right under my nose the entire time. I haven't told them yet, though. They're a sharp one. They'll do a fine job. Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. I suppose that would mean you no longer have any need for mortality then? Who said I wasn't still interested? It simply has nothing to do with my successor. I still intend on continuing my research for medical advancement. You understand? I think I was doing a bit for my society. Yeah, totally. You are always quick to assume the worst of whatever I do. How about you mind your own business for a change? Well, there's not much we can say to that. We'll try to be more discerning from now on. I've already chosen my successor. I've written up my will and passed it off to my lawyer. You be sure to let your friends at the police know. Yumeka. By the way, you're obviously not just a run-of-the-mill cop. Who are you? Why, I believe I mentioned it when I introduced myself. I'm simply a housewife. A likely tale. Plus that fellow's got a strange air. He's no ordinary person, is he? How observant of you. I suppose you could say that, yes. Doesn't take a genius to see it. One of them is a phony psychic types, are you? Phony? Hit a nerve. Did I? There are far too many of your kind around lately. Cozying up to those in power by feeding them a bunch of nonsense. Liars and cheaters, all of you. You seem to have quite the chip on your shoulder about this, Mr. Yamashi. He was scammed, wasn't he? Huh, don't know. It's because of that occult craze going around. I've seen far too many folks get taken in by that tribe. I bet he got scammed. Spiritual phenomena. Aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations. Nasty and Loch Ness monster. Oh my god. Like, is the Loch Ness monster so old? What year does this game take place in? Isn't this like in the 1800s? Tsuchinoko or Hibagan, urban legends, Kuchisake Onna. Hanako-san, television reports of spoon-bending psychics. Documentaries featuring spirit photography. Spirit photography? Hey, that's my side job. Fatal Frame. UFOs that become the talk of the school the next day. I don't know if UFOs is part of the occult. There are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public's interest. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That Wakamura over there in the Kamishima is one of them. Talk about a waste of potential. Wakamura? Do I know? Wakamura. Oh, this. Can't say much about who you are anymore. You're going around some phony psychic tells me all I need to know. How dare you? Soda, calm down. He can think what he wants. There's one thing I should warn you about. Eating the flesh of a mermaid you found won't grant you immortality. And what would you know about that? Well, you know, one hears all sorts of things this day and age. I don't know where it came from, but there seems to be a legend that eating mermaid flesh will grant one immortality. All I wanted to say is that, it's just a legend. It has no basis in reality at all. How can you be so sure? Just think about it, if the legend were true. Wouldn't it be strange that no confirmed immortals have ever been found? Yeah, who's to say they aren't living in hiding? The legend of Yao Bikini is passed down in over 100 places across Japan. Yet not a single verifiable immortal has even been found to show for it. So you mean to say all the legends were fake, please? If even one of those tales is true, there's always a chance an immortal is hiding somewhere. I see you really are quite the dreamer, aren't you? I figured you were trying to bluff me out of the mermaid corpse for some reason or other. But I'm sure of it. That thing's hiding some sort of secret, something you don't want me to find out. Would I hide my immortality? Maybe. Right? Would you hide it? I probably would. Like, if I just wanted to be immortal and live peacefully, I don't necessarily want, like, journalists coming after me. Or the government doing, like, test subject stuff, you know? You know? What if they want to eat me? So you admit you have a mermaid corpse then? I don't know. He didn't really say that he had it though. We assumed as much from the start, but I guess his face gave it away? He took it? I guess he did take it. What if other people went public? Then that's fine. I won't go public though. They can though, you know? If I'm not mistaken, that mermaid was in a mummified state too. I doubt you'll be eating it as is. Surely there's no harm in handing it over. So you can hog it, you won't fool me. You don't think that a rare specimen like that ought to be placed in the care of proper research institute? I'm saying I'll get a specialist research institute to study it. Problem solved. I guess he has it. I'll make sure. Don't worry about that. By the way, you're quite well connected, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? This doesn't have anything to do with what we came here to talk about. I was wondering if you happen to recognize this person. It seems he lived in Iseshima area around 6 years ago. Nope, never seen him. I assume you've heard the news about human bones found on the seabed. This is a sketch of one of the victims from that case. You sure you have no idea who it could be? First I've heard, actually, got no interest in things that have nothing to do with me. Who might this Wakamura be? Wakamura? He's one of my protege. He's the one currently in charge over in Kamishima. He used to have high hopes for that one, but that changed when he came under the thrall of some phony sorcerer in Tokyo. Ah, that's why he doesn't like him. A phony sorcerer? You heard right. Since then, there's been no end to his nonsense. Buying properties out in the mountains. Changing company names all because something a sorcerer whispered in his ear. He even told me the layout of my house was unlucky and tried to get me to renovate the place. Recently, he was going on about a curse causing a big storm. This sort of rubbish. A storm caused by a curse? I even said the storm 5 years ago was caused by the same curse. Ooh. And he's been trying to wheedle me into helping him find some way to stop it. But I'm done with him and his ramblings. Man's clearly a lost cause. He'll be coming here tomorrow morning, but I'm thinking it's time to have someone else take the reins over on Kamishima. Even though you believe in immortality, you refuse to associate anything to do with the occult. And you do? I figured someone claiming to be a cop would have more sense than that. How are you meant to solve crimes if criminals can just pull out curses left and right? That's the neat part. You won't find me disagreeing there. So what exactly has this Wakamura been saying about the curse? Hell if I remember. Why don't you go Kamishima and ask the man yourself? Maybe we will. Thank you for the info. Is there anything else you tell us about this phony sorcerer? Wakamura went on about how they some big shot who appeared on TV and never heard of him. As I said, just ask him yourself. Of course, we'll be sure to do so. I don't think there's anything I could find here. Now what? Get studied. Don't worry about that. Studied? Not sure what to do now. That thing won't. The thing hasn't got checkmarked. Can we enter your house? Everything else is checkmarked, but. Can I leave? I'll make sure Mermaid gets studied. Don't worry about that. I can't exactly think, I guess. The curse. How about this then? If you agree to give up, we'll tell you what. Okay, so at least something progressed. For someone who doesn't believe in the cult, you seem awfully fixated on this mermaid. We suggest you could have found something we consider quite conclusive. What do you want about? Well, I know a bit more about mermaids than most people. Ma'am, are you sure? It's fine. I had the opportunity to do some research on them a while back. You don't say, and mermaids indeed have the ability to grant human immortality. I knew it. More precisely, individuals granted immortality in this way are known as 800-year immortals. So they have a lifespan of 800 years? Yeah, that's right. As the name suggests, they gain 800 years of remaining life. During this time, they will age a day, and even if they die, they'll resurrect immediately. Sounds like a real blessing. No, I'm afraid it's anything but. One who defies the very laws of nature like that is no longer human. Ouch! They're an anomalous being that should not be allowed to exist. And as such, our position requires that any such individuals we find are dealt with swiftly as possible. Indeed, this immortality was originally a curse Mermaid placed upon humans. A curse? Mysteria? Immortality is neither a blessing nor salvation for the living. It's a curse that robs them of the ability to die. None of those who have become an 800-year immortal have found happiness, not one. It renders the living among other humans impossible and makes them an outcast from society. Of course, there are few years at first when life will be tolerable. But after that, every meeting ends in parting. You outlive whomever you are loved or loved by. Even if you find acceptance, it'll only be for a time. You'll always be shunned eventually. Anyway, how are you? You'll experience consequences for 800 years, unable to die, with loneliness as your constant companion. Just a little sleepy, I think. That's why I see no other recourse than a life of a monastic seclusion, such as Yao Beacon would. I suppose that makes sense. Still, there's always those who seek immortality, always have, always will be. You think so? I, for one, struggle to see the appeal. Suffering, aw. Hope things get better. Whatever it is you're suffering with. Stay strong, Stario. In any case, there are certain conditions that must be met for this curse to be effective. Eating mermaid flesh alone isn't enough to make you an 800-year immortal. And what are those conditions? Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not aware of the specifics. She should have said, I won't tell you until you release it. Gaslighting. Once cursed, the individual's own body is lost. Okay, I don't know. Someone who ingests a mermaid will be cursed and become a being known as an once cursed, the individual's own body is lost, and a provisional body is reconstructed using parts of the mermaid. Their soul is transferred to this body, which they are able to control as if it were their own consciousness. So it's like not even their bodies. In the fatality wounded, our contracts and illness result in their body will be restored, allowing them to revive. Their heart will treat the largest remaining part of them as their main body and regenerate any lost parts. Those physical sensational pain to the same extent they would in their original body, unless they die. Not even a mermaid responsible like original curse is able to dispel it. Dang. This game is about a mermaid curse of immortality, and like there's bodies turning up on the islands. And there's like one body that looked like a mermaid. So basically like paranormal stuff and curses. Yeah. And a dude's family is missing and stuff. I can say this much at least. The mummy you have is no mermaid. Huh? That's anything but a ain't no way that's anything other than a mermaid. What I mean is, that mummy is different being from the mermaids who wield this curse. Not all half fish, half humans beings are mermaids, you see, in fact. Calling them the same name is what leads to mishaps like this one. Say what? You mean to tell me that's not a mermaid? That real mermaids are a complete separate thing? That's right, which is why I can say with confidence that eating its flesh won't make you immortal. Seems you weren't bluffing. So what is that thing then? There's gotta be some reason you're after it. Imagine if you had it dissected and examined. All the results would point to it just being a mass of fibers. In other words, nothing more than a man-made fake. Gaslighting boomers! There's a good reason, you see. Mermaid. I don't think I even got that far in World of Horrors, actually. That's cool. I re-downloaded World of Horrors recently, actually. Maybe we'll play it sometime. Bobby is merely a corpse of an average human, twisted beyond recognition by the curse of the forsaken fish. Why are we telling him this? What? Another curse? Another curse wielded by mermaids. as it happens, that would be the remains of someone who died under it. It also happens to be the same curse responsible for the mermaids found every few hundred years across the country. You see now why we'd rather you handed the mermaid over to us? The poor soul deserves a proper burial, same as anyone else. Surely you're not so hard-hearted as to deny them that. Curses this, curses that. It's all a bunch of hokum, if you ask. Hokum. That said, the report I got from the Research Institute said exactly the same thing. Oh. You already had the mermaid dissected then. Damn, that was fast. They said it was likely a fake, but I asked if I wanted them to keep going anyway. I told them to keep at it. It should be clear you have nothing to gain from researching that corpse, at least all information on immortality. Won't you consider handing it over? Of course, we could always take you in on charges of abandonment and desecration of a corpse. Alright, wow, he falls for that one, huh? I'm so glad you could come around. Thank you for your help. That took a while. Threaten him with jail. And Shane, I want to tell you one thing. What is it? You say there are real mermaids out there. What are these real mermaids hiding then? I suppose you could call it eternal world. The eternal world. Yes, mermaids are not creatures of this world, you see. Their original home is Ryugu, the domain of the sea god. Eh? Ryugu? How do you get there? I'm sorry, but Ryugu's doors are only open to the dead. Going there is impossible for a living human. You could claim anything with a fairy tale like that. Sounds like hope. That said, entrance to Ryugu is said to lie somewhere in the Issei Sea. There have been numerous sightings of mermaids crossing over to this world in the area's long history. Which is why Issei Bay has its own share of mermaid legends too. Now that you mention it, I have heard of those stories too. Some old tale of mermaids being found on some long island called Taishima or the like. What? Wait, where did you hear that story? Ah, caught your interest, have I? Looks like the story has some merit. I was simply surprised. It's not a name I've come across in historical records. Taishima. Located in Kamishima, as it's long since vanished. Its official name is Taishima Lost Island. No official records remain. It's shrouded in mystery. Knowledge have only been passed on between residents. Legends say the island was besieged by someone 400 years prior, and the curse of the murdered island has caused the entire island to shrink. Wow, spooky! Huh, that's just something I've heard from one of youngins. Youngins? The youngins! Man, he really is old. I have out looking for mermaids. I see. Sounds like you've got a capable young hand. I don't suppose it would be possible to meet with this individual. Nope, not happening. Unless you're willing to spill the beans on everything you know about mermaids, every last bit of info. Maybe then I'd reconsider. It's clear you're no ordinary housewife after all. Not interested, then this meeting's over. I'll hand the corpse to the police as promised. Hey, JRPG. I don't think I've given up on mermaids. If they really exist, I'll find them. And I'll make them mine. Gahaha. Well, I'm about to take a nap. What is this? After this. I'm probably gonna stream soon and take a mini nap. I gotta stream later at 8 tonight. After whatever this is. Hey there, sorry for calling out when you're so busy. I figured it'd be best to give you the rundown. Okay, what'd you find? The residential area. Is there a sticker I can find here? Nope. So, did you manage to meet up with Mr. Yamashina? Yes, thank you for your help. It seems he is willing to hand the body over. Really? That's great. Still, why would some big shot tycoon go to all that trouble? If everything I've heard is true, you could probably take him on charges of desecrating a corpse, you know. Or was there something special about that corpse? How observant. Wait, is it related to the secret department of yours? I think I'm better off not knowing, if so. Oh really, I don't mind bringing you into the fold. May I please stop trying to rope him into helping us? Oopsies. I never met the guy, but I hear he's quite the cranky old geezer. How'd the meeting go? I bet he was pretty wary of you. Oh, well, I'm not sure. You could say it went smoothly, but I don't think we upset him, at least, probably. Oh, you don't sound very sure about that. Alright, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. So, I got around asking about the sketch you gave me. We finally found someone who recognized the victim. That's great news. The person who recognized him was a housewife in her 20s who lived in Kumano 7 years ago. Apparently, the sketch looks like a 19-year-old she knew who left the village to go to the city. 19-year-old. So 7 years ago, he was 19? That would make him like 26 now, if he was still alive. From the sounds of it, the guy had no relatives to speak of, left the village, nothing but the clothes on his back. She doesn't know what happened to him after that. I see, that would make him a young man with no relatives who left his hometown 7 years ago. Did we get the name of our mystery man? Sure did. Kipe Ikoma. Kipe Ikoma. I looked him up in the residence registry, and it does look like he moved from Kumano to Ise 7 years ago. Doesn't seem he doesn't live at the place he put as his address anymore. That's unfortunate. I checked in the apartment landlord, and it was seen about 6 years ago. The landlord had his contract terminated after he failed to both pay his rent and return to his apartment for several months straight. The landlord didn't put on a search request or anything, so that's where our trail ends, I'm afraid. Missing 6 years, I suppose. It wouldn't be a surprise if those were his remains. We'll keep looking for Ikoma. Of course, there's always a possibility we got the wrong guy. So we keep asking around just in case. Please do. Telling image resembles Kipe Ikoma. No known relatives. The woman who spoke, no doubt in her mind said it was Ikoma. And I'm sure we've got the right person. Still, how did you make that sketch? There's nothing left of the victim but bones. Well, classified. Right, I guess that means I shouldn't cry. Oh yeah, I looked into that lady, Somekawa. Did you find anything? Since she hasn't registered as a resident, even though she moved here 5 years ago. Nothing came up for Somekawa in the civil registry either. I'm afraid I don't have anything to point out who she is or where she came from. Sorry to disappoint. I see that quite common. Happens. It's not unheard of folks from countryside to come over for work and just drift on, with no one really knowing who they are. Apparently, it was really common during the post-war growth period. It seems we're quite the mystery woman on our hands. Yep, though there is something I've been wondering about. Oh, let's hear it. You have an idea? Well, have you heard of the Kamishima Southern Sea disaster? The big maritime disaster that struck 5 years back. Yes, one of the victims on that disaster was an ama diver by name of Mari Minakuchi. But her maiden name was Somekawa. So our mystery woman shares a surname with a maritime disaster victim. I'm impressed you managed to dig that up. I was already looking into Kamishima disaster because of the skeletal remains, so it was a happy coincidence. Oh, so you thought they might be related? I'm glad it wasn't just me. Anyway, it seemed like the bodies of those disaster victims were never found. Got me thinking. Huh? Wait, are you saying... Yep. I'm thinking Mari Minakuchi could have survived the disaster. And she moved to Ichika and started going by her old name? Maybe she has amnesia. Typical, though. Seems like a long shot, maybe. But if that's the case, why would she have stayed in Ichika for 5 whole years without thinking to contact her family? Maybe she lost her memories? Right. If she had her old memories, it wouldn't be odd if she went back to using her old name. Surely her appearance would still be the same. Though, it's difficult to imagine. No one recognizing her for 5 whole years? It's possible she just never ran into anyone. That kind of thing is more likely than you'd think. Oh, speaking of appearances, I found a picture of Mari Minakuchi from her report on the disaster. I haven't met this Somekawa, so could you take a look and let me know what you think? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Well, what do you think? If she'd aged 5 years and grown up badly gaunt, I can see how this one might kind of resemble Miss Somekawa. My thoughts exactly. I don't... I mean, they don't really look that much different, like, years apart-wise. This one has, like, the shoveled hair, kinda. And the eye bags. They agree it's a pretty solid theory. Certainly worth looking into. But if she really is Mari Minakuchi, there's something else that concerns me. Something else. This is just what I've heard, but the islands over in Kamishima think this Mari Minakuchi was the cause of the disaster 5 years ago. What? Why would they think that? No idea. Seems like it's pretty much taken for granted by most folks over there. Even just mentioning her name is taboo. So I was thinking, wouldn't that be odd if she felt she couldn't go back home because of that? Surely not. Seems like a good reason why she wouldn't want to come forward. If she really is related to the storm, then she's a point of interest regardless of her connection to skeletal remains. Perhaps it is worth looking into that first. Can I leave the talking to Miss Somikawa to you two then? We'll handle it, yes. Cool. So, what now? No, shouldn't it be better to put that where tourists can see? Poster. I've already heard everything he has to say, though. And try to pick a Disney? You don't sound sure. Huh? What now? I also want to take a mini nap. Police box. It's a nice, great tourist spot. It's got like check marks. I assume I'm done. Wait. I remember. The sole survivor of Taishima. Her surname was Somikawa. The sole survivor of Taishima. That was something else. I was Somikawa. A wooden box. Surely. Maybe it is the map. Thank you. If you keep looking into Kippei for us, roger that. As fortunate, looks like our trip to Kamishima will have to wait. So it seems. You had business in Kamishima too? Yeah, our reason for actually coming here. Now we've gotten caught up. Looks like dealing with that will have to come first. And here I was hoping to get this over with. As soon as possible, I could get back home to my husband. You see, you sure are devoted. Well, very much. I do worry he never eats properly when I'm not around. In any case, please do get in touch if you find anything. Even if it's just something out of ordinary, anything could help. Alright. Certainly prefer if it didn't. Anyway, we're counting on you. Bye bye. What? There's more? I wanna go to sleep. Take a nap. I swear. Better not be long. Bad news. We were a step too late. What? It seems someone came out to look at Somikawa woman at the sea just a few minutes ago. What? According to witness, a foreign man came to the port with Miss Somikawa in tow. Then boarded a motorboat that was moored there and headed into the bay. It didn't appear to be by force, so we can probably assume they knew each other. A foreign man? Not sure, but we should probably get a boat and follow. Yes. Soda, what's wrong? The spiritual force is overwhelming. Oh, my body won't move. What good place to save. Oh my god, the girl over there. Wow. You can withstand this curse. You really are quite strong, mister. Sorry, I can't let you go any further. I'll have to ask you to leave. Oh? What the? I'm not pronouncing that. Guardian spirit, grant me the wisdom of the numinous. Oh, hi. Light my path ahead. It seems they saved us the effort of searching for them. Let's see if this girl can tell us what we want to know. Eh? Who are you? Well, I'm gonna say... Balticus! Who are you? I could ask the same for you. What do you want with Miss Somikawa? You know Miss Somikawa is, do you? Maybe. What's it to you? Man, this girl's spirit sense is extremely potent, but she lacks experience. She seems hesitant to employ curses against people. If I have an opening, I can use Curse of Binding to restrain her. Usually it's too risky to use on ordinary people, but that shouldn't apply here. Alright, sure. Let's see if I can get her to lower her guard. Sounds like a plan. Press the curse button to signal him to use it. You only have 3 chances. Compliment? Question. Appease. Give up. Alright, we'll back off. Maybe B, how does that sound? Huh? No, it's not good, she's too wary. Shit. Compliment. You're so cute, oh my god. Well, you certainly have a remarkable strength for your age. What's with the sun? You're creeping me out. Question. Give up. Shit. Yeah, I did save. Hey. Appease? No, there's no need to be so uptight. Compliment? Give up? I think let us not use the curse. You're just trying to get me. Not happening. Question? And we assume the foreign man who took Miss Summer is a friend of yours. So what? Gonna try to fall on them? You're just trying to get. Not happening. A piece? She is so wary. What if I just never use it? Domain extension. Threaten. Wait, you're with the police? I'll force my legal actions on you. Fear me. Compliment. You're creeping me out. question. I'm a rebellious age, you see? Give up. What? When the hell am I supposed to... I pressed every single possible button here. Despite your appearance, yes, defying us could net you a heavy punishment. Oh, I have to physically use it. I see. I could say the same. You just want the relic, don't you? What relic? You have quite some nerves standing up to us, knowing where we're from. Don't you think you'll get off lightly for this? You can't arrest me. I can tell you're bold and smart. Thanks, will you give up now? Our last chance! You're with the affair, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I told you, I don't know what you're talking about. Soda, you can stop now, man. We had 5 slots only. Ma'am? Really? Thanks. Is that where I get her? We won't interfere. Oh. I guess I'm forced to do this. Ugh, grown-ups and your dirty tricks! Well, you did well to be cautious of us, but I'm afraid this is how grown-ups get things done. Now, will you tell us what you're up to here? I suppose I've slowed you down enough, you'll never catch up to the boat now. I am not pronouncing that. Guide my path with my merciful hands that uphold me. What? She broke the binding! Yo, bye. Dang! Confounded? Confound it! What language? Stop right there! Looks like she's giving us the slip. I doubt we'll be able to catch her now. I'm gonna have to speak with the Paranormal Affairs about that girl. I put a call about our errant young lady. I see, I assume she indeed is affiliated with them. Yes, her name is... What a name! Cirque Lunarlight. She is an exorcist from England who's come here on exchange, part of her spiritual training, as I understand. The Lunar... Are they well known? I've heard of them. They're a distinguished family of exorcists. Quite an old one, too. It would certainly explain the strength of her spiritual sense. Right. In any case, she's in care of the Paranormal Affairs while she's in Japan. Honestly, I do wish they'd tell us these things in advance. What is she doing in the Mie Prefecture? Well, it seems the Paranormal Affairs isn't sure what she's up to. They're looking for her. In a sense, the thing she's been skipping her training assignments to travel around Japan. Visiting all sorts of spiritual spots instead. Doesn't seem like they're keeping an eye on her at all. Unfortunately not. They asked me to tell her to return to Tokyo once we next see her. More work for us then. Yes, things we find ourselves caught up in. You seem to know about Somikawa. I've got a bad feeling about this. Somikawa probably, like, works for the Paranormal Bureau. Shall we try looking for her? Not now. If that's true, then she'll be looking to cause too much trouble. Besides, I'm sure we'll run into each other eventually. Well, I think that's enough trouble for one day. Let's call it. We'll head back to Kamishima. Understood. Finally! I'm gonna go snap. I'm gonna take a nap. I got stream later in like 4 hours or so. So, I'll see you guys then. We're gonna continue Resident Evil Priya. Hope you guys enjoyed the VN reading. Let's see who'd read. Roaring Clara is streaming. Playing some horror game called Paranormasight. It's just like, I'm not sure what this is. A ghost. Looks interesting. Let's go read Roaring Clara. Take care, everybody. I'll see some of you guys tonight. I'm gonna read a message. And my YouTube and Twitter. Alright, everybody. See you guys later. Wait, what? Huh? Why, what? What? I copied you. Oh. Youngins! But yes, I'll see you Rosanites later tonight. Take care. Your Milady Wifey sama is going